everyone. It's all inbox with Jean-Robert Bellande. How are you doing?
Oh, right now I feel great.
Hopefully. Well, I have a few questions to ask you. So Jake M asks, with big events in Las Vegas, Monte Carlo, London, etc., it seems that playing tournaments would cost a lot. How do pros try to overcome those extra costs?
Right. You know what? To be honest with you, the tournaments are very, very expensive, and a lot of these tournaments have pretty tough fields. And to be honest with you, I mean, I'm one of those pros that sometimes struggles to get buy-ins, and there's certain times of the year when I can't afford to buy in a bunch of tournaments, and I'll go on runs where tournament buy-ins are nothing. But some of us that have been around maybe team up with somebody who has like a bigger bankroll or a business guy that's not really into poker but likes a little bit of a sweat and get staked. To be honest with you, I'm only playing for a percentage of myself even in this main event. Now, I mean, for sure I would have liked to buy myself into this main event, but I made a deal for the entire series. So my stake horse actually has half of me in this event. But I'm happy to do that because it's an ongoing relationship. And but sometimes you have to do that. I would much rather be playing for myself, but I can't afford the swings. So yeah. So sometimes you need a stake horse, yeah.
Okay, well, what about up-and-coming players who perhaps they want to play in big events? Is qualifying online the best way to go about that then?
It seems to me that qualifying online is a great way to go about it. Another thing that not too many people are familiar with, but the people who are familiar with, they kind of keep it quiet, are these single table satellites that they have at these events.
Okay.
Like during the World Series, there's constantly $200 sit and goes, $500 sit and goes, $1,000 sit and goes, and they're so much softer than the ones that you see online.
Okay.
I mean, just all the random idiots that come in from out of town, the tourists, and it's unbelievable how bad play you see in a $1,000 buy-in sit and go here during the World Series. To be honest with you, it would be profitable for someone to just come and spend 1 month just playing nothing but sit and goes during the World Series.
Okay.
It's great, great, great value.
There's a nice little tip. Okay, so Steve M from Oklahoma asks, what game, in your opinion, do people generally play the worst, or which game is generally the softest?
Well, for a long time, Deuce-to-Seven was my road game because very few people really knew how to play that. But now there's so much information about Deuce-to-Seven online that there's a lot of really good players and anybody can play well. Basically, I think that to answer his question, you need a game that there's not that much information about out there. And for me, that game is Badoogie.
Okay.
And Badoogie is a game not too many people have heard of, but I love it, and I enjoy it not just because it's good fun, but because a lot of people just don't know what they're doing, and they don't have the math down. And more recently, there's new games that we just invented recently over the last few years, Badoosie and Badacy, that so many people have never heard of, but now they're becoming popular. But there's no book on these things. There's no information. So if you can sort out, how to play and the optimal cards to draw and choose from, you can have a big edge before everybody finds out about it. Right now, everybody knows how to play limit hold'em. They all know how to play no limit hold'em. I mean, yeah, there's better and best, but I mean, for the most part, nobody knows how to play these new games. So if you want to have an edge, figure out a new game and master it.
Okay, well, that's perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you
Great.
for joining us.
All right, glad you had me.
Great. That's been All Inbox. I'm Rebecca McAdam for Card Player TV.